I didn't realize I was muted. I went to blow my nose and then never unmuted myself. You can do that. I don't know how to do it for sure in VS Code. In NeoVim, you're going to want to use highlight groups, I think. If you ask like ChatGPT, it'll probably be really good at being able to get that working. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I've been sitting here talking to myself. Man, I'm gonna have to blow my nose again. My allergies are so bad. All right. Handle background. All right, so we use okay, so it uses Tailwind, or I guess maybe this isn't Tailwind. It looks like it might be Uno CSS, which is fine. Prism theme bars, code mirror. Okay. That's not bad. Layout, cover. All right, let's go look at that. I want to look at this page. Okay, that's not working. Configure Uno CSS. Here we go. Okay, so Tailwind is supported out of the box. All right. Let's we're gonna have V0 do this. I did this the other day. I don't love this one for certain, but I started like prototyping this presentation the other day. And this is where I ended up. There's some decent stuff in here. It is the 16th or the 17th I talk. Yeah, I talk on the 17th, so 10 days. All right. So let's go back and let's open up, let's go here because this is like fine. We'll use this as like a thing to experiment on the theme. And then I want to go to React Miami's website. I definitely want like that color pink, color picker, pick color, I want that. Let's grab that and let's create a React, or let's create a Miami based theme with neon colors. Use at minimal and let's grab one of these blues. Let's grab this one and we'll throw that on there. Oh, we have other blues down here. Let's grab this color over here. Let's grab this color and let's throw that there. Hey, relax. Is my effect talk out? It's not yet. It should be soon. It's probably I don't know. I don't know if Morella and Mike are listening right now or anyone from the effect team, but if anyone's in chat, they'll know when. I think they're working on editing. They already published like the first 2 or 3 talks from effect days. All right, let's see here. Back over here. Let's change that blue we picked to this one. Pick color. Grab that. And we'll switch you out. And then we want the black, which that's probably just normal black, right? Yeah. Miami, think GTA, Vice City. All right, let's enhance prop. All right, let's see where this gets us. Oh, hold on. One, two, three. There we go. Let's do that. I don't know why that happened. There we go. What up, Kraut? Lay down, bud. Lay down, buds. It's okay. You lay down. Yes, you're a good boy. Man, this thing is going to town on writing CSS. What? It wrote Vue? I cannot get up and dance to this song. That's not gonna happen. What is happening right now? Apply the theme to our presentation.tsx as well, so I can see it. All right. Do you ever get the feeling that V0 is slowing you down? Sometimes when I'm working on it slows me down because having to translate it to Svelte when I'm working on R10, the translation process between Next and React to Svelte and SvelteKit is annoying. I also don't have like the most optimal setup for working on that project with V0, but I don't know. I don't use it that often in the middle of my theme. Like I use it to get bootstrap right now. Like right now I'm just trying to get styles down. You guys want the door open? Come on. You going out? Anyone out? You guys are staying? You guys see the dogs back here? Oh, they were snuggling on the couch. No, Baxter, get down, bud. I asked Claude to fix my unit test based on new implementation changes, and it legit commented out the test. Hey, test pass. I don't love that. Yeah, but don't you know better how you want your slides to look like? I have no idea what I want my slides to look like yet. I'm very bad with design and styles crowd. Like I don't. I'm not a natural. I don't have that like innate ability to just like visualize like a good theme and styles and stuff. So that's why I have to lean on V0 so heavily for that stuff. I've been good. James, how you been? All right. Get rid of the gradient in the title. And just use solid. I mean, we can try to do this. Create whatever. Been on a new job for a few weeks now. Nice. All right, let's switch back. So this is what we have now, right? All right, let's at least go through the code base and see how this looks, the rest of it. So we have this snippets. Components, counter, pages, imported slides. No, are the slides just in here? MDX or MDC, I don't know what that is. I wonder, can I edit layout? I want to see how they do code too. All right, so they added the snippet there. All right, that is the snippet. Oh, I don't love that. This will be highlighted after the first click. Wait, how does that work? Ah, it's this up here. / enables TypeScript hover information and markdown blocks. Seven through 8, 5, 7 through 8. So that's the transition. So it goes from all to line 5 to line 7, line 7 through 8, 10, all. Okay, so that's how that works. I like that. I wish this was in React. All right, I need to go blow my nose again, chat. I'm sorry. Chat, I'm dying from allergies this morning. All right, so let's just start writing out in Markdown. We'll do like a loose outline. Sign of nav, open an editor. So let's just pop that open to the side, and we'll do, in fact, we can just like, we'll do slides, dot whip dot markdown. We'll come in here and random images background title. Background title, welcome to slide of. All right, so is that actual lines? It is. How many lines is that? So let's grab this. Or I'll worry about that stuff later. So let me let's go grab my prompt. So speakers, I'm gonna crib some of this stuff from my Effect Aids talk because I really like this section on error handling. So here is my, here I'll share this if anyone wants to go see it. Oops, that's not what I want. I want this. And let's go in here. And I'll just throw, what is the markdown comment? Is there comments in markdown? No. We'll do a CFP dot, we'll do that. Throw that in there. How do I turn on line wrap? Oh, it must be on already? No. This is something I need to remember how to do. How do I enable line wrap in NeoVim? How do I toggle? I wonder if Snacks has a toggle. Snacks, NVim, toggle, line wrap. I forgot my glasses. I'm so dumb. Oh, man. Okay. Set wrap. All right, great. That's what I want to do. There we go. All right. Third try catch in the bin. God damn it, Anders. I don't even have to look to see who requested it. I know who it was. Tired of guessing if that imported. Yeah. So one thing I really liked about my Effect Days talk is if we go over to my GitHub. Where is... the section on... I think I'm going to reuse this right here. I think I'm still gonna do this, but I think I'm gonna update this code sample to be domain renewals, and then I'm gonna leverage. I'm gonna use this part too. This will be funny because everyone knows Reese at React Miami. My Spotify rap is gonna be crazy this year. I want this. We don't need to talk about function coloring. We don't need to talk about fragmented ecosystem. I want. Oh my god, get past this shit. Come on, just get me to. Here we go. This section is what I think I'm gonna take and use in React Miami and retrofit it. Hey, there's Anders' little face in that slide. He made it, chat. All right. I think what I want to do is I'm gonna make like a tiny React and Next application that looks like a simple version of our renewal page for domains, and then just show some errors that are just these. What do we want the flow to be? So I know, all right, let's just come over here and let's do a section for ideas. And second slide, I have this funny idea that, so Next.js has like these very distinct Next.js error. I'm trying to see if I can find this. I don't know if it's going to be in the docs at all. So it has this very distinct error screen. In fact, I wonder if I can just make one happen right now. Let's do, I have an idea here. I basically want my second slide to look like my app crashed, and then it's just like some generic error message. And then I'll be like, haha, JK. In fact, I can probably, yeah, let's just, I can probably do this in B0, right? We already have a next thing over here. We can come over into our code, and in presentation, we can just like yeet an error right here. Throw new error, an error occurred. Save. Runtime error. Shouldn't this get caught with an error boundary? Here, hold on. Let's go up, and let's go to, actually let's just make dir temp change into temp, npx create next app at latest. Yeah, that's fine. Yes. No. Yes. Sure. Yes. Sure. I don't care. All right, so we're in there. Let's go into temp and source app, and in our page, I just want to throw an error. Throw new error. Boom, we'll start there for now. And we'll do bun dev. Localhost. Yeah. I basically want to copy this an error occurred. And we can change this code to look more like our presentation. I think this is a good idea, chat. Copy image, delete that. All right, so we have a way to get that now. I'm not gonna worry about that right now, but I think that's a funny idea. These keybinds aren't working. So control, I need to switch this one. I don't think any of these working. Show default key maps. Control enter. If I do control enter, does it? That doesn't do anything. It's dumb. Okay, let's get the CFP back up. Second slide, show an error boundary with a generic error as a joke. All right. We want, I want to copy the use similar example as effect days talk for all the things that can go wrong. Wrong in a simple TypeScript function. We'll do what we need here. 1, 2. Use Reese meme slide. Do that. And we want the power of an error. I like that. Power of an error. I want to show intro to result type. And we're going to start that with actually, I wonder if I should promise dot all settled, and then we'll do a discriminated union. And then we'll do let's see here, what do we want to do? Dot map dot and then we'll say never throw unwrap intro to result types, power of an error, kinds of errors, 2 kinds of errors, and under here we want to do known errors, I guess. And then what do we want to call defects slash known errors and defects. And then under this, we should do something like, well, we can get into these are going to be slides. We want to talk about error boundaries. And under error boundaries, we want to talk about strategy A, which will be reserved for defects. And then we'll say recommended. Strategy B. Nah, I don't even want to say strategy B. Well, I don't even know if I want to do that. Reserve for defects. Match. Ooh, we should talk about tagged error plus match on tag and we'll also say Wix engineering error message here. Let's see here. We want demonstrate with form actions demonstrate examples, and I want to show server actions. I want to show just like business logic / utils. I want to show form actions. I want to show async. Well, I guess that's already async. Use, or I guess we can say React query / SWR. Yeah. Okay, that seems decent. We probably want the problem with TypeScript. And in here, we can do the same joke, copy joke from effect days talk. Untyped errors. Happy path, blindness. In fact, that should really... How do we... I need to look at the order of operations that I did there before. I'm just getting my thoughts down, Kraut. This is not like my actual slides or anything. I'm just like brainstorming. All right, so we go. Where did my window go? You guys see this? What the fuck? How did you get over there? Got over to my other monitor. All right. Title, and then we'll do outline, and then we'll do yeah, we'll go into a happy day, or we'll do this, something like that. It's not really a joke. Oh no, it is. I see what I'm saying. We'll go happy path slides. All right. All right, I want to go air boundaries. Kinds of errors. Promise that all settled. We might even be able to demonstrate. Let me go look at React Query. It's been a couple of years. I use SWR so often. All right, I want to find the typings here. Yeah, redirect to the latest version. Oh man, this is like a very this green bothers me. All right, let me make the font bigger. All right, we want to find the types, TypeScript. Discriminated union. Yeah. Typing the error field. Here's what we want. However, this has the drawback that type inference for all other generics of use query will not work. Really? I hate that. Does SWR do that? It's been so long since I've had to use React Query or SWR because React Server Components. SWR oversell. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit. Figure out generics for React Query. In fact, we can go that. talk about. And we'll say, and errors as values. We'll say, I might want to do a Jesus Christ. Possible comparison with Rust, Go. What other languages use errors as values? What up, Eagle? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Okay. Error handling. The problem is this doesn't track the error. There's type unsafety. Because if you, I wonder if that enforces it. It can't know, because if you throw, it won't be tracked. Show the problem with the error, generics, i.e. the error type is not tracked. We'll go over how to solve this problem later. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. I want to write some code here just to knock it out. So let's go in here and we'll do, I know I'm going to need result type code. Result type ID is outline. I don't know. Let's just do result type. So I don't have to write this later. Chat, I'll probably go for like another 20 minutes working on this presentation. Then we're going to start working on ripping out Nix and refactoring some new Vim config. Do a little bit more exciting stuff. Been doing a ton of Swift UI stuff lately. Nice. I think I would really, really like Swift. I think Swift could be... Yeah, I think I would really like writing Swift. It feels like a happy middle ground between like Go, OCaml, and Rust. All right, so let's, we'll do, the first one we want to do is, Jesus, where's my pound key? We'll do discriminated union. So we know we'll need this type sample. This be TypeScript. And in here we want type result is in its most naive form, we have, let's just say okay, and this will be a value and this will be okay, and we'll say tag will be okay, value okay, and this will be or tag error error error. And then we'll have like this function something like this. And this will return a result of, I don't know, domain and a renewed domain error. I don't know if I want to consider the error type. Yeah, for sure. It's been an unexpectedly simple transition coming from React. The amount of built-in goodies is really sweet. Yeah, that's, I think, the biggest. Do you have experience in other languages, Eagle? Or is like TypeScript and JavaScript mainly your background? We probably want a funny. I think we'll just do to do joke.com. And then we can do if renew domain result dot tag is equal to okay. Return error message. All right, yeah. And then we'll do renew domain result dot error, something like that. And rather than this being an error, we'll just say this is a string. Otherwise, we can return renewed domain. Domain equals renew domain result dot, what we say, value, something like that. In fact, we can do something like this too. Use is like my favorite thing. Dude, result types work so well with the use hook in React. Like, I can't even, it's so good. Let's actually just change this to, no, we'll keep that. All right, so that's that one. I also want to cover, what do we say, the promise all settled version of this. I think I want to do that first. Or maybe we do like okay or error. Discriminated union. Yeah, I like that approach. Yeah. So we'll do that. Okay, this will be okay or value or error. So rather than having this, we'll come over here and we'll say this will be domain or error. And then rather in here, this will be, I think we just got, I think TC39 just shipped error or approved error.is TC39. Isn't that a proposal that just came out? Yeah. What is this in? Stage 3? I wonder if we have that. Is that implemented in Chrome? Is error. Yeah. What's that site for looking for browser support? TS is the primary one. Sorry, Eagle, I'm just catching it out. TS is the primary one, but have had the pleasure of doing a bunch of Ruby, Java on the back end. Nice. Yeah, thanks. I think I'm actually curious on your opinion on this, Eagle. Now that you're learning Swift, because I think, let me back up. My premise that I'm getting ready to talk about and ask about is that I think a lot of TypeScript and web devs don't step outside of the TypeScript ecosystem, and that colors their opinion on coding naturally, right? You're used to what you're writing, but like stepping into a language like Java or Ruby, like Java is similar-ish to TypeScript, like the type system overall and like the semantics of how you write code are like relatively similar to TypeScript. And then Ruby being a dynamic language is just a lot like JavaScript. But like when you get into these languages like Swift or Go or Rust or OCaml, it has like, there's totally different ways of writing code. And I think it sometimes, well, not sometimes, I think if you are a TypeScript dev and then you do these languages, there's a light bulb moment where you're like, oh, there is better ways to do things like error handling, and it's nice having this standard library and not installing a bunch of npm packages. Like, do you feel like that's mirroring your experience at all? Can I use error dot is error? $134 Safari partial support. Ish. Oh, wow. I don't understand. I don't understand how these percentages are adding up to percent of all users. Yep, 100% agree. Swift and Go people really seem to be pro using the tools that come with the standard lib and really understand how the tools available work. What up, props? All right, we'll just use error as error. If error dot is error, renew domain result, and we'll just say dot message. And then yeah. Okay, so that looks good. We have the discriminated union. Promise not all settled. All right, we can take this one and we're gonna do promise all settled. What is it? Promise settled result. In fact, I kind of want to do promise settled result before the discriminated union because I want to highlight the problem with the promise settled result, which the problem with the promise settled result is that the type definition for it is type. Let's see if we can get this off the top of my head. It's like okay. What is it? Status is fulfilled, and then it would be value, okay, and it's unioned with status rejected, and then reason is unknown. Is that right? I think that's right. vnew set file type to TypeScript. Whoops. TypeScript type foo equals promise settled result string. You go to that type definition. Ha! I got close. We'll just copy that and use that for realsies. Paste that in there. In fact, I'm just going to change this. Promise fulfilled result. Yeah. Promise settled result is T. Did we get promise.try? Promise.try is like totally a thing now, right? I've been working in backend land with effect for so long. In fact, we're already here. Promise.try. Does that return a... Wait, does it not return a promise settled result? This actually... Oh, that's not what I thought this did. What font will the slides use? I'll probably use Mono Lisa, to be honest. That, or I'll use Mono Lisa or Geist Mono, one of the two. Man, dude, I thought this did something so different. That's really disappointing. I really wish they would have made this fucking return a promise all settled. Okay, that's fine. That's really annoying. But that's fine. All right, so we get this, and then this will be status. And this will be rejected. This will be all right, so that's how promise settled result works. The other way to do this is, so this could be like option 1. I don't know which I want to show. Option number 1. And then option number 2 would be like, this just return a promise, right? And then in here you could do use promise dot all settled and automatically wrap it. I kind of like that because if I could get people to do this by default, that would be amazing. And then you could just do like right. In fact, you could do like you could even do like a function use settled promise. And this would take a promise, which would be promise like, this would take a okay. Let's rename T. I don't know if I'm gonna get, we'll just take all the T's, slash T, and replace that with okay. In fact, this one I want to leave. Actually, do that. And this will be okay. Get rid of that. We'll come down here, and then we need to add the generic here. Okay.